welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Michaela Kirsch.
And I'm Mari Horsey. Auburn President Jay Gogue sent out a message to students last week about the upcoming election and urged students to go out and vote if they haven't already. He said, "Our political conversations have turned unhealthy and destructive in many cases. With all the negativity comes an incredible opportunity, and that's the opportunity to express our views with lasting impact and influence. In addition to the act of voting, we have the chance to turn the national conversation to something more productive, beneficial, and helpful to all of us individually and collectively. Regardless of your thoughts on candidates or the election's outcome, I call on us all to stay true to our Auburn values, to encourage constructive dialogue, and to respect each other before, during, and after the election."
The presidential election isn't the only election happening tomorrow. The Alabama Senate race between incumbent Doug Jones and his opponent, Tommy Tuberville, will also be decided tomorrow. Auburn played a key role in getting Jones elected in 2018. Jones held an informational forum for students in Auburn last Wednesday. Eagle Eye's Blake Phillips has more.
In his last week of campaigning against former Auburn head football coach Tommy Tuberville, Senate incumbent Doug Jones made Auburn's Meldron Library one of his final stops on Wednesday, October 28th.
It's great to be back in Auburn, and I really mean that.
Invited by the college Republicans and Democrats, Jones took part in a forum where students asked him an array of questions, ranging from local issues like supporting Auburn farmers.
The problem that we're getting into right now, is because the agriculture department right now is helping the big farmers and not the Alabama farmers.
To national issues on topics of race.
You got to make sure that people in this country know and understand that when you're black in America and you've got kids and they go out at night, you fearful that they won't come home.
The judicial system.
I don't like privatizing. What I think we have got to do from a federal perspective is look at some of the reforms that the federal government is doing.
And the opioid crisis.
We've got to recognize that any addiction like that is a mental health issue.
He even touched on international issues like the fight against COVID-19 and Russian influence on the United States election. If you want to view the entirety of the Doug Jones Forum, you can find it on Eagle Eye TV's YouTube channel at youtube.com/EagleEyeTV.
Your generation is going to be the catalyst of some of the greatest changes this world has ever seen.
As we approach the election tomorrow, Eagle Eye's AJ Rivera has a breakdown of what voters in Alabama can expect to see on their ballot.
Hello, my name is AJ Rivera, and I'm with Auburn University's Eagle Eye TV. I'm here to tell you about the election here in Alabama. First up, the presidency. Alabama has 9 electoral votes up for grabs this election, but they are very likely to go to President Donald Trump. Alabama is a very Republican state. Since the 1980 election of Ronald Reagan, Alabama has always voted for the Republican candidate, so there's no surprise that Trump is likely to win Alabama as well. The closer race here is in the Senate. Incumbent Democrat Doug Jones is running against former Auburn football coach Tommy Tuberville. Tuberville has been endorsed by Donald Trump, which secured him the Republican nomination over former Attorney General Jeff Sessions. We will see if President Trump's endorsement is enough to beat Senator Jones on November 3rd. As for the House of Representatives, Alabama has 7 seats up for grabs, although a majority of these are likely to remain Republican. Finally on the ballot, Alabama residents will see 6 proposed amendments to the state constitution. This has been your recap on what's at stake in Alabama. I'm AJ Rivera and War Eagle.
Make sure to tune in tomorrow for Eagle Eye's election show, Eye on the White House, starting at 6 p.m. for all your election coverage.
Auburn University has reached a number of 11 new cases on campus this week, bringing the total amount of confirmed cases to 1,885 for the university. In addition, Lee County experienced 114 new cases in the past 7 days, with 66 deaths in total. This brings the county's total to 4,558 cases since September 8th. If you think you have or have come in close contact with someone who has COVID-19, please reach out to the University Resource Center at 334-844-6000, as well as by email at covidresourcecenter@auburn.edu. Coming up, we got Auburn students' opinions on the presidential debate, and the City of Auburn has selected a new city manager. We'll be right back.
Decisions in Washington affect us. right here in Auburn. Election Day coverage begins at 6 p.m. right here on Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. With the election coming up, we reached out to students to find out if they watched the debates and their opinions on what they saw. Eagle Eye's Oliver Mills has more.
It really kind of was a disgrace for the country, if I can say that. I'm not going to state my political beliefs, but it just wasn't, it just didn't seem presidential-like. It was just a bunch of going back and forth and a bunch of jabbing back at each other. There really wasn't much politics involved, if I can say that for the least.
Absolutely.
It was kind of disappointing, for sure.
I didn't think it was very productive. They were both interrupting each other. Kind of felt like siblings bickering a little bit. Hopefully this next one will be more productive. They both seem like a little bit more stable people. But yeah, I hope they'll get better because it kind of felt like a disaster. So.
Well, I just realized it was tonight, so I think the vice presidential debate will be more informative. I really believe that'll be more of a presidential debate and will help voters decide on who to vote for. And with Trump out, with COVID, I don't know if we'll have another presidential debate, so I think the vice presidential debate is more key than it'll ever be.
Hopefully this next one will be more productive. They both seem like a little bit more stable people. But yeah, I hope they'll get better because it kind of felt like a disaster.
After more than 23 years of serving Auburn's residents, Megan McGowan Crouch has been selected to lead the City of Auburn as its new city manager. Crouch has served as the city's assistant city manager and chief operating officer since May 2019. Crouch began her career as an intern in the city's planning department in 1997. Since then, she has served as a city planner, economic development officer, deputy economic development director, and executive director for the Development Services Business Unit. She will step into her new role as Auburn's first female city manager on February 1st, 2021, upon current city manager Jim Buston's retirement on January 31st.
The community is invited to watch the second annual State of the City address with Ron Anders on November 9th at 5:30. Join Mayor Ron Anders as he reflects on the successes and challenges the Auburn community has shared over the last year. The address will give residents a chance to hear about the work that goes into making Auburn a thriving and dynamic community. Anders will reflect on the impact that COVID-19 pandemic has had on the community and how the city has responded. He'll overview other highlights from the past year and give a glimpse into Auburn's future. The event will be live streamed via City's Facebook and YouTube and will be available on demand after the event.
Hopefully, you will never be attacked. But if you are, what do you do? The Opelika Chamber of Commerce is hosting a self-defense class on November 5th from 4 to 5 p.m. at the Opelika Sportsplex and Aquatics Center. Led by Sergeant Pam Reveals of the Lee County Sheriff's Office, attendees will have the opportunity to network and learn some of the basic moves and skills of self-defense. Sergeant Reveals has conducted the Rape Aggression Defense course for over 14 years and has customized a hybrid class using the elements taught in the session, along with the general personal safety practices that are important in everyday life. She has been recognized on numerous occasions as among the leaders in instructing personal safety courses for our community.
Auburn University and the University of Alabama are partnering on a life-saving mission with the American Red Cross, and they need your help. Sponsored by the Student Government Association, each school wants to collect the most pints of blood for hospital patients in need and win bragging rights. Auburn will hold blood drives November 10th through the 12th from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. in the Student Center. While supplies last, donors will receive a free t-shirt and pizza. When we come back, our new pet of the week is sure to make you smile, and the Cary Center is hosting the second annual VIC. We'll be right back.
From the Oval Office to the U.S. Capitol, Eagle Eye's Eye on the White House is tracking your vote. Election Day coverage begins at 6 p.m. right here on Eagle Eye TV.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye's News at 6.
Not even the COVID-19 pandemic could keep Auburn University doctoral student John Osbolt and a talented national team of student scientists from completing a prestigious summer internship with NASA. While working to complete his doctorate in mathematics, Osbolt worked with NASA leadership and 7 other members of the Space Communications and Navigation Internship Project, and to successfully adapt a 10-week program at NASA's Glenn Research Center to the virtual realm due to the coronavirus outbreak. The team and internship supervisors used software and a digital platform to create a virtual work environment. And despite the challenges posed by being forced to work on projects online from different parts of the country rather than in person in Ohio, they were able to perform at a high level and complete the program.
The Carey Center for the Advancement of Philanthropy and Nonprofit Studies is pleased to announce the 2nd annual Nonprofit Volunteer Internship and Career Fair. Meet them at the VIC. The fair will take place on November 4th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. virtually via Career Fair Plus. The VIC will provide opportunities for the nonprofits to place students in internships and practicum positions and hire for short-term jobs and long-term careers. Registrations for the VIC is free and open to all students.
What's better than a sweet orange kitty? A sweet orange kitty with a brilliant white mustache. 5-year-old Tammy loves showing off her cool stash almost as much as she loves treats and curling up to her favorite person. Everyone keeps asking what she wants to be for Halloween, and she has one answer: adopted. Take this vaccinated microchipped FIV negative tabby home for only $60 today. We're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Michaela Kirsch.
And I'm Mari Horsey. Thanks for watching, and War Eagle.